Here is a talked through example of DP18, number 10C, where we're asked to use algebraic fractions and to express our answer as a single simplified fraction. So we know we need to find a lowest common denominator, and the lowest is the key to this. So we don't want to just multiply the denominators, because then we'd find a common denominator, but it might not be the lowest. So what we do is we factor each denominator, and we see what factors our lowest common denominator needs to have. So our LCD is going to be the smallest number that has all of the factors reflected in each of the denominators. So my LCD is going to need an x minus 2 because of this guy. It's going to need an x plus 2 because of this. It's going to need a 2 because of this, and it's going to need an x minus 2, but it already has one. So I don't need to include another x minus 2, because then my lowest common denominator will be a common denominator, but not the smallest one. So if that's my lowest common denominator, now I need to consider what does each of my fractions need so that its denominator is the lowest common denominator. So I see that this fraction over here has a 2 and has an x minus 2, but it needs an x plus 2. So I'm going to multiply top and bottom by an x plus 2, which is a convenient form of 1. This fraction on the left has the x minus 2 and the x plus 2, but it needs a factor of 2. So I'm going to multiply top and bottom by 2. And then I am going to write the lowest common denominator here in factored form down on the bottom, and I'm going to multiply my numerator. So 2 times 2 is 4, and then I'm going to add 3x times x plus 2, and remember to distribute. So that's going to be 4 plus 3x squared plus 2 plus 6x all over 2x minus 2 x plus 2. And you can leave the denominator in factored form, but we should write the numerator in descending order. So 3x squared plus 6x plus 4 all over 2 times x minus 2 x plus 2. And I can double check the numerator to see if it's factorable. So I see what are the factors of 12, 3 times 4, the factors of 12 that add to 6, and there are no factors of 12 that add to 6, so my numerator is prime, and this is my final answer.